Did you ever sing to a mountain? Did you ever reach for the sky? Have you seen columbine and primrose? Have you been there to hear the wind sigh? Her summit is barren and windswept. Few trees are able to live. When you see them all gnarled and twisted, a certain respect you must give. Did you ever sing to a mountain? Did you ever reach for the sky? Have you seen columbine and primrose? Have you been there to hear the wind sigh? Below, away from the summit, spruce, fir, and pine grow tall, with patches of trembling aspen where fire once happened to fall. Did you ever sing to a mountain? Did you ever reach for the sky? Have you seen columbine and primrose? Have you been there to hear the wind sigh? They say she was once a volcano, billions of years ago. Now she stands there ever so proudly, through seasons of wind, rain, and snow. Did you ever sing to a mountain? Did you ever reach for the sky? Have you seen columbine and primrose? Have you been there to hear the wind sigh? I have sung to the mountain, and I have reached for the sky. I feel her magnificent beauty, I have been there and heard the wind sigh. Did you ever sing to a mountain? Did you ever reach for the sky? Have you seen columbine and primrose? Have you been there to hear the wind sigh? Did you ever sing to a mountain? Did you ever reach for the sky? Have you seen columbine and primrose? Have you been there to hear the wind sigh? Mountain man, that's what I am and that's what I'll always be. I pitch my camp where I care, live with the deer, the elk and bear. The sky is my roof, the trees are my friends, and I hear what the wind has to say. It rains, for I feel the sun and the clouds have gone away. Mountain man, that's what I am and that's what I'll always be. I know the beauty of all the flowers that grow and bloom in their time. I know each rock and I know each spring, and I know just where to climb. 'Cause I'm a mountain man, that's what I am, that's what I'll always be. Yes, I know the mountain, but she's all always knew. Another flower, a bird or tree, or just a morning's dew. The mountain shows her power, and she gets into my mind, but nothing else compares to the solace that I find. 'Cause I'm a mountain man, that's what I am and that's what I'll always be. Mountain man, that's what I am and that's what I'll always be. Seasons on the mountain, those seasons fulfill my dreams. White tresses fall down her shoulders, avalanches plunge, snow is blowing green in the sky. Seasons on the mountain, those seasons fulfill my dreams. Snowmelt fills her springs, her ground warms and thaws, bright green appears once again. Rains wash away the dust, growth is lush and flowers bloom, life is full, begun anew. Seasons on the mountain, those seasons fulfill my dreams. Aspen flaming yellow, the flowers they vanish, the grass is dry, the mountain begins to sleep. Seasons on the mountain, those seasons fulfill my dreams. Those seasons fulfill my dreams. Once I left the mountain and wandered to the sea, and all the while I felt that I wasn't really me. I saw the gulls and sandbirds and looked out o'er the waves, and at the rugged coastline with its rocks and sand and caves. But there was something missing as I sat beside the sea. The waves came churning in, a message back to me. They told me that the mountain is where I really belong, and that I must return was the message of their song. I returned to the mountain, I was happy, I was me. Yet as I sit here on my mountain, I'm glad I saw the sea. mountain, San Francisco mountain. She's a lady and she's high. Mountain, San Francisco mountain, I'll love her till I die. She was born of white hot lava that was heaped upon the ground, and through the years her trees began to grow. From atop a rocky summit to the valley far below, everything was niched into its place. Mountain, San Francisco mountain, she's a lady and she's high. Mountain, San Francisco mountain, I'll love her till I die. To Indians she is sacred, a home to Hopi gods, a boundary to the Navajo of their world upon the earth. And there are white men also who find solace on her slopes. Mountain, San Francisco mountain, she's a lady and she's high. Mountain, San Francisco mountain, I'll love her till I die. But her beauty's a temptation to scar and desecrate, and some do not revere her with respect. They would build their condominiums on the prairies of her slopes just to put some coin in their hand. Chainsaws rip through bark and monsters churn the dust just to put more coin in their hand. Mountain, San Francisco mountain, she's a lady and she's high. Mountain, San Francisco mountain, I'll love her till I die. But there are those who love her with passion without end, who will fight to save her beauty for everyone to feel. When all of Arizona has scars upon its land, the peaks will still remain. Mountain, San Francisco mountain, she's a lady and she's high. Mountain, San Francisco mountain, I'll love her till I die. We'll love her till we die. For wandering, and I came upon a tree that seemed to be struggling, fighting to be free. The tree is on the mountain, high near timberline. while winter winds try conquering the ancient bristlecone pine. The tree is craggy and twisted and has the look of being old. Its bark has stood the stress of drought and icy cold. As I wandered on the mountain and came upon my tree, I felt something happening deep inside of me. I embraced its trunk as its beauty drew me near. Its strength ran through my body, and from then I've known no fear. The tree has scars of thoughtlessness where someone carved their name, showing disrespect for nature that will never bring him fame. Why is man so tempted to carve his name upon a tree, as proof he has no feeling for all the world to see? Whenever I'm on the mountain and climbing way up high, I always look over and see my tree against the sky.
Before the highway came to be, I have wandered through the Bujum. I have walked out by the sea. I have walked out by the sea. But now they've built a highway, and the gringos will invade the last of all the wild lands. And I am sure afraid, and I am sure afraid. Don't go to Baja with your beer cans. Don't build hotels out on the shore. Don't drive the gray whales from their homeland, or there won't be a Baja anymore. There won't be a Baja anymore. Just what is called prosperity means messing up the land with things that ruin beauty, so men can play in sand. So men can play in sand. The beauty of the Baja, it's wild and it is free, and it's a shame to ruin it because the highway came to be, because the highway came to be. Don't go to Baja with your beer cans. Don't build hotels out on the shore. Don't drive the gray whales from their homeland, or there won't be a Baja anymore. There won't be a Baja anymore. I'd like to save the Baja, but I see it going fast, and all her rugged beauty will be a thing way in the past. Will be a thing way in the past. They'll bulldoze over Bujum trees. They'll dirty up the sand. She'll lose her personality. It'll be a different land. It'll be a different land. Don't go to Baja with your beer cans. Don't build hotels out on the shore. Don't drive the gray whales from their homeland, or there won't be a Baja anymore. There won't be a Baja anymore. Adiós, que le vaya bien, Baja.
They say that L.A. needs power to light their night, so they're polluting Arizona, so L.A.'ll have more light. Black Mesa and Four Corners is the rip-off of our age, and they will end up killing off the trees and grass and sage. Power, more power, to hell with our skies. Power, more power, to hell with our lives. No, they don't give a damn about Mother Nature's love. The rape of land and the pollution of our skies by all the dollars they will make as the soot fills up our eyes. They advertise all electric homes and keep your lights on bright, so they can sell more power through the day and through the night. More power, to hell with our skies. Power, more power, to hell with our lives. No, they don't give a damn about Mother Nature's land. They came to Four Corners to belch out all their smoke. California, now Arizona can wheeze and choke. There was a time when Manhattan was bought for shells and beads. Now they've taken Black Mesa from the Indian for white man's greed. All in the name of progress, but do they really know that progress isn't polluting skies or choking the river's flow? It's time to stop the disrespect of nature in our land, to stop thinking just in dollars. It's getting out of hand. Power, more power, to hell with our skies. Power, more power, to hell with our lives. No, they don't give a damn about Mother Nature's land. They don't give a damn about our land. I was the first to build a townhouse on the San Francisco peaks.
And
The foundation, it is cracking, and the roof, it really leaks.
And how?
The mortgage is a rip-off. They're charging 20%.
Know how to hurt a guy.
The windows are all broken, and the rafters are all bent.
It's falling.
If you drive up to my townhouse in the middle of the night,
If you can find it.
we can have a drink by candle, 'cause there isn't any light.
Out of sight.
They said that this was progress, and they threw their money around. But what they didn't listen to is that this is sacred ground. So I sit here in my townhouse in wonder at its fate.
Two-holer.
I think I'd better move away before it is too late. Yeah, I was the first to build a townhouse on the San Francisco peaks. I think I'd better move move away before it is too late.
I have seen you on the mountain, red boots on rocks and through prairie grass. But I can see you by the ocean, golden hair streaming in the sea breeze. I have felt your closeness sitting by a fire, but I can feel your softness anywhere. I have looked into your gentle eyes and seen your thoughts. I have listened to your voice and heard how much you love. And I have kissed your lips. You search as I search. We search for ourselves and wonder if we can find ourselves in others. Is it so that we must walk alone to scream and cry and laugh to the wind? Or is there a friend along the way who shares her eyes, her heart, her touch, her love? Yes, we must walk our ways alone in part, but for me the way is not a lonely way again, because you are part of me and I am part of you. As I sit in the middle of the mountain, alone, but not lonely, I know I shall always love you.
The long-haired youth walked down the road, picking his guitar, softly singing his song of love and reaching for a star. His pants were patched, his shoes were worn, and if you listened you could tell that he was glad that he'd been born. He had no destination, a drifter some would say, but as he walked and sang his songs, he was enjoying each new day. At times he'd meet with others and camp beneath a tree, and they would smoke and sit a while and talk of being free. He'd seen a lot of country and met a lot of friends, and found a lot of peace of mind down where the river bends. At times he'd meet with hassles as he walked his way through towns. The badgers didn't trust the long-haired youth, but he would smile at their frowns. But it made him sad to think of those of jealous heart and mind, who feared a long-haired youth whose heart was true and kind. As he walked along and sang his songs and looked at trees and sky, he'd meet a girl, a drifter too, and they would laugh and each other and felt the same on things. They looked at life as beautiful through summers, falls and springs. The long-haired youth walked down the road to where the river bends. The girl she waved as he walked on, glad that they'd been friends. I'm a fence line rider for the old RJ, for $100 a month, well I ride all day, checking for holes in the miles of wire, but punching cows is my real desire. Yippee-I-O. I'm a fence line rider for the old RJ. I'd rather be out there roping a cow, but I come from the city and I don't know how. During the roundup, I'll ride with the rest to see how it's done out here in the West. So I keep a riding fence near every day till I can punch cows for the old RJ. Stretching wire and setting posts, but it ain't what I'd rather be doing the most. Yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yay, I'm a fence line rider for the old RJ. With a shovel and a bar and a jackass too, they gave me a horse that they call Old Blue. I saddle up before it's light, stretch the wire till it's good and tight. I like my job 'cause it means someday I'll be punching cows for the old RJ. All week long I stretch it tight, but I go to town on Saturday night. Yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yay, I'm a fence line rider for the old RJ. I drink my beer at the Bay Horse Saloon, then back to the ranch by the light of the moon. I tell all the girls I'm a cowboy true. I take them outside and I show 'em Old Blue. If the girls know different, well they never say, and they call me the puncher from the old RJ. They get my paycheck on every payday from the fence line rider from the old RJ. Yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yay, I'm a fence line rider for the old RJ. Yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yay, I'm a fence line rider for the old RJ.
Chico was a cowboy, the only trade he knew. He rode into my camp one day, and from then our friendship grew. His home was down in Mexico, where the Rio Yaqui flows. When he crossed the line with just 18, with his saddle and his clothes. He was the toughest of the mountain hands, tied the wild ones down, and he'd ride for months in the mountains, never seeing town. One day he found an old black steer hiding in a draw, one horn up and one horn down. He threw rawhide before he saw the look the old steer had in his eye, a look he'd seen before in the eye of a brindle bull one day. So he knew what was in store. The rawhide sung and found its mark around the black steer's horn, and all hell broke loose. The black steer charged through the cactus, trees, and thorn. The steer kept coming straight at his horse and hit him in the chest. The upturned horn ripped through his hide and tore into his flesh. The horse went down and Chico fell as the old black steer turned back to take another run at them. And he heard his backbone crack. The horse got up with the steer, and both ran far away. And they found Chico with his back broke in the morning the next day. Chico healed and soon got back to tying the wild ones down, until there were no more wild ones left. So he wandered back to town. The day he rode into my camp, he turned 80 the month before, and through the blur of time, he remembered the wild ones once more. He'd ride with me, remembering the times he tied the wild ones down. And he told me of the old black steer and the times he had in town. He rode with me for near 2 years, riding herd on 300 head. Then one morning, as we saddled up, I looked over and he was dead. The day he died was sad for me. I said goodbye to my best friend, the little man from Mexico.